all of your feedback and all of your statements and what you all got, they are all parts of what I believe and what I resonate with. To make it as clear as I possibly can, the thought in your mind is a conscious thought. Conscious thoughts are the beginning of creation. Yet a conscious thought is like a seed. I have seeds at home right now that I have yet to put in my garden. They're sitting on my counter. They are not germinating. They are not growing. And they are not sprouting. I had other seeds 2 or 3 or 4 weeks ago, which I did take outside, and I planted in fertile soil that I had dug up and that I had added nutrients to. They are germinating. They are growing. And they are manifesting. When you have a thought in your mind, it's a conscious thought. But when it is planted into the heart, as Timothy said, into the field of emotion, then your passion is behind it. Your passion is driven by a true belief that it is true, whatever it is. It could be what we call a non-truth. It could be a negative statement. The universe, once again, does not care. And the subconscious mind, which is that fertile soil that the conscious thoughts get buried into the heart, into the subconscious realm, that's where they germinate. That's where the activity of faith is. That's where our true belief is. And that's where manifesting power is. One thing I've noticed in my life, and I've questioned people over the years in many arenas, and that is the question of, when you're mad, are you really mad? Anybody? When you're mad, are you really mad?
Yes.
When you're angry, are you really angry?
Yes.
Can you feel it?
Yes.
I sometimes can feel bile coming up in my throat when I am really mad, or when I'm really judging somebody for having let me down. Oh my God, there's so much adrenaline in me. My heart is beating fast, my breath is short, I'm really mad. When you're sad, are you really sad?
Yes.
Yeah, when I'm sad, I'm really sad too. I can feel it all over my body. I can feel it in my heart. I can feel it in my mind. My hands are sweating. When I am fearful, when I am mad, when I am sad, when I am doubtful, they are fully alive in me. Those thoughts that I'm having are planted into my heart. This is when, as Carlos thinks in his heart, so is he. These thoughts, wedded with emotion, bring forth manifestation. I also have been aware with me that many, many times when I have done my affirmations, when I have done the 5 principles, there is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, God the good. Am I really, really feeling that? Many times, my candid, honest answer is no. There's no emotional reaction going on in me. That's, as you said, it's just stuff up here. There are many times where I'm in the lotus position, doing my yoga breathing, and affirming there is one presence and one power. All is good, all is God. And I'm doing it, and it's such a beautiful posture. And my breathing is so even. And I look like I am filled with light. And deep inside me, while I'm saying, all beings are my brothers and my sisters, I extend to them love and light. You would look in my room and think I mean it with all my heart, soul, mind, and strength. And sometimes I do, and sometimes I don't. Sometimes it's thoughts in my mind. I'm doing a rote meditation. I'm making these statements, but nowhere near the energy that the day before I put out on the phone with the person I was talking to that I felt like had done me wrong. To them, I yelled and screamed and felt it in every fiber of my being. Then the next day when I did my meditations and did my readings from Eric Butterworth or from the course. I felt no electricity. I felt no passion. I was simply going through the motions. What I'm here to remind us of today is that we cannot go through the motions and wonder why there is no manifestation of our heart's desires. We have the power to deepen our affirmations, to deepen our uplifting conversations, to deepen the truth that is designed to set us free, to really get that that is the only thing that will bring us abiding peace. The only thing that will bring us abiding joy is to be so filled with this truth in a passionate way that we cannot wait to get to it. We cannot wait to deepen it. And as we deepen it more and more and affirm it more, check inside. See, is there a feeling attached to this contemplation of the truth? I really, really, really am insisting that Carlos gets to the place where his affirmations and his blessings on individuals everywhere, all the time, become more powerful than his curses do. Because when I'm cussing somebody out, I am cussing them out. Thank God it is becoming so rare. I used to love cussing people out. I used to think that if I cuss you out good enough, you will forever from now on only do what pleases me. You will never disappoint me again. You will never do that again. And if you did it again, I would think that the missing piece was that I didn't cuss you out good enough. Next time, it won't be just up one wall and down the other. It will be up and down all four walls, all across the floor and the ceiling, and we may go out in the yard. And do you not know that because the universe does not give us feedback immediately, it took me a while when next week or next month or 2 months from then, it looked like everything was falling apart, or I didn't know why my back had suddenly gone out, or why I felt drained no matter how good a diet I was on, or how much rest I had, or how I did the 5 principles, morning, noon, and night. Why am I so drained? Why am I so lethargic? Why am I'm not feeling the joy of life? It took the 2 weeks for my cussing somebody out to catch up with me. All the energy I put out and you put out, as the scripture said, it gets multiplied and returned back to us. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. Thoughts are things, and heartfelt thoughts are very powerful things. Reverend Alan Stanley was my minister many years ago, 20-some or perhaps 30-some years ago in Miami, Florida. And one thing that I heard him say was that I believe somebody in Unity had written a book and he was referring to it. And he said that your thoughts or your imaginations are your power to image in. And that what happens when we have a thought, whether it's an affirmative or a destructive thought, is when we have that thought, what we have done is use the power of imagination, which I remember Reverend Stanley calling your imagination, he said, are the scissors of your mind. When you have a positive or a negative thought about someone or something or life itself or the way it is or the economy or whatever, your children, your parents, your husband, your wife, that what you do is out of the invisible realm of substance, of all potential, you cut out an outline with the scissors of your mind of what it is that you're saying. And the more you say it, the more you successfully cut out this little paper doll out of the invisible substance. But then the more you say it, and the more you say it, the more passionate you become about it. It drops from the mind into the heart, into that fertile soil. And at that point, if you have cut out a paper doll, you begin to color it in. The more you think about it, the more you believe in this affirmation or this negation, you begin to cut it out of wood. You suddenly not only have an outline blank picture or a picture fully colored in, you have a block of wood. The more you think about it, you paint that wood. It's like Giuseppe doing Pinocchio. When you fully believe it, Pinocchio becomes real. No longer a puppet, no longer a wooden thing, but a living experience in your living experience of your own living your life. So the sisters of the mind cut out the pattern. And as our sister said, when you realize that you have cut out a negative pattern that you do not want manifest in your life and in the lives of others, you have the power to crumble that piece of paper up before it becomes a block of wood. If it's already a block of wood, you have the power to undo it if it is a negation. You have the power to take that block of wood, throw it on the fire, release its inner energy back to the cosmos. We do not need to ever let negating thoughts about ourselves and others, negative I am statements. We love negative I am statements almost as much as we love negative you are statements. We really are. Yeah, I am, I'm tired, I'm a loser, I'm this, I'm that. We like that. We enjoy it somehow. But only half as much as we enjoy negating you are, or they are, or he is, or she is statements. Those we are really delighted about. And we pretend that they have elevated us to a higher place. Remember I said the most played game in this universe, the most played game in the world is the blame game.